know, and I'll jot down the Google code if you get. Okay, Stephen, so just unmic yourself when you get the code and just feel free to interrupt me, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so this should be working. Yes, perfect. Okay, folks. So what I want to do for today is talk about our presentation. I'm going to be doing it, if I get a date here, we'll be doing it on December 1st. And let me go ahead and share my screen. And you can see yourselves. So we know that works. We can see our section here. And let's go to the what's due section. And on the what's due section, you see on Monday, December 1st in class is your final project in class presentation. And if we go to the audit assignment instructions, you'll see that it will be doing it on December 1st. We'll be starting right on time. So usually, have you seen that we kind of mosey on up to our sessions for December 1st? Everybody has to arrive on time. So what I would say, yes, you do, just like the exam, try to get in. I'll be doing that 10 minutes early. Why, Sophia? Because you know that if you're planning 10 minutes early, there's always some issues of the internet, whatever we have. So everyone should be online at 10 minutes up so we can start exactly on time, because I'm going to review all 10 groups, and all your team members must be at the presentation to me for the professor. So what you're going to need to make sure the goal is I'm going to give you feedback, and hopefully there will be minimal feedback that I will give you. The minimal feedback that I will give you is what is not working quite right. You should be doing that on your own and ensure that the VAPI is embedded with a talk widget, what we call voice conversational. And if you dial the number, it also works. So try to dial the number as well on your mobile. Also, make sure when you press on the VAPI that it works. Ensure that the website looks good. Also, make sure it looks good on your mobile device. Ensure that all your links work properly. And you're going to present your project to the professor for feedback. So if I look at this guide here, we'll do roughly 7-minute live presentations. Since it is so short in time, I suggest that each group assign one person in the group to present to the class for efficiency. This presentation will count towards your final project grade. What I would want you to do is I want you to make a short PowerPoint, Google Slides, I don't care which model you use for your presentation. Make sure that your presentation also is not password protected. Make sure that anyone then can view your presentation, because when you upload it, sometimes you uploaded that only I can have permission. I look at it, my TAs look at it. So make sure that it is unprotected. So Daniel, if you can make sure that you put that in as well. When they make a short presentation, you can put in parentheses there that it be the password is not on, that it's unprotected.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate it. So into that, you want to introduce your project, the project name, your group members. Make sure your website is linkable on your PowerPoint, because along with your slides, you will actually go to your website. So you'll do back and forth. You want to showcase all your pages of your website. You'll be screen sharing through the website via your browser. You want to make sure you know what's available there. You want to make sure that all your social media buttons work, that they're all proper. You want to show enough posts on each of your social pages, show your team page, show any of your bookings, make sure your booking it works. Show your videos. You won't be going through all your videos, but you want to make sure that they all work. Remember that each student has to record their own video, at least one video. And don't just put Canva. As I said before, provide a summary in writing on the website of what each video showcases. Nobody wants to look at a video if they don't know what it's about. Many times they're not even familiar with that software. So if you say you're using Canva or you're using Notebook LM, a lot of people don't even know what that is. So why am I doing that? Also, show that your VAPI works by talking with it, asking specific questions about your company, such as who is in the team. Before you do this, make sure to test that it works. Showcase your Notebook LM podcast. It should be about your company. Show your contact page. Go back to the presentation of the rest of your slides. Showcase your SEO dashboard. You should have done the dashboard. And your last slide of your project should be the contributions to each person in the project. So that should be each person listed and what they successfully did for their project. If they worked on the VAPI and it never worked and someone else took over, that should be written down. Be specific and truthful. Once this is done, I will, as you're looking through it, I will be asking you questions. Sometimes I have reviewed all your websites before, and sometimes with some groups, I will then focus in of what I haven't seen in your website. So I'll be asking questions of what I haven't seen, things you'll need to be honest with, right? Because it's going to be obvious that this video didn't work or that VAPI didn't work, but we're expecting it really to be your final product. But based on that, I'm allowing you to make adjustments to your project. Your project itself, the final project altogether, is due the time of the final exam. For this section, our final exam is listed on December 8th at 2 p.m. Before 2 p.m., you are required to upload all of your assignments, meaning your project as well. Also, what you will be including after you do your entire all your corrections to your website, you will then with your group make a Zoom recording. Your Zoom recording, only after you finish all the corrections, will be done as a group, and you will be thinking about it as if you were presenting it to a group of investors who know nothing about your project, but you'll be presenting it as a company. This is what we are doing. We are consultants for small businesses. We are consultants for wealth management. Whatever it is, you will be presenting it. You will be rehearsing it. It'll be most likely longer than your presentation to me by 7 minutes. everyone should contribute to your presentation, but you don't want to be so lengthy that people are falling asleep. So you'll keep it short if you can show everything that you are doing for your project. After you finish and upload that, of course, what do you need to do? You need to record it. You need to record it as non-protected. And we will be giving you exact instructions, but I'm letting you know ahead of time what you need to do. You will be recording it and uploading the link. The beauty here, you can take that link and you can take it even afterwards to it. You will be, this has to be due. If you have finished before and you finish on December 4th, that's fine. You can upload it and you're complete on that. After you do the recording, there will be peer review. The peer review will be an assignment that will not be put in the audit area. I will give you instructions that you will be uploading it via Blackboard in the regular section that will only go to me. You will be evaluating your project as a whole. You will be evaluating each person in your group and what contributions they made, including yourself. You will be giving a score to them. That evaluation needs to be accurate. It's not everybody was just super, everybody has 100 and it was the best project in the class. So that's not going to be, it will be accurate of what we have now. And you will be talking about what adjustments you could see in the future you could do, and how your work group work together, and what possible contributions could you make in the future. Okay. Any comments that we have? Daniel and Issa, you have any comments on this?
Yeah, so the final recording, as it says there in the bottom of this assignment, is due at the beginning of your exam time. And that peer review you should fill in after you have actually done that recording. So on Monday, that's when the final assignment that you'll have for this class is going to be posted, and everything in there is very specific. So just finish strong. We have what, 3 more total classes remaining. It's
3
crazy
more?
to say
No,
that,
we
but
have,
yeah.
we basically have the day of, next Monday, we have class online, even though people can go home. We have class online. We don't have to worry about it. Other classes may have to worry about being online. And then December 1st, we present. So really after this, we just basically is the presentation. Okay? Question?
I also wanted to say something. And
Yes,
guys,
please.
please feel free to look at the slides that we post under group 0. I think those are great help because it tells you exactly how it needs to look like for your final project. And again, don't hesitate to ask questions because we're here to help you guys. So
Okay. So, am I recording? So let me share that. That's a great point, Isa. So let me share. Thank you for mentioning it. So if I go to, this is my regular section. And if I go to the audit section and go under assignment groups, you'll see under assignment group, the first thing is you need to, for the assignment group right there, just like other ones do, you need to put your full domain name. So if I look at group 1, right, with Madden's group, right, I want to not have their Wix site, but I want to have their full domain name. So for instance, in group 2, that's done. Also, once I do this, you can look at group 0 example. On group 0 example for your final project, make sure your final project is number 1 there. So move your final project folder to the first place so it's easy for us to look at. You'll have your final project. Under there, again, put your URL. again, so we know that it's attached. And this is nice to add after I see you on December 1st, which would be when I go into this, I'll see the corrections made since the feedback from the professor. I'll be giving you feedback as one person will be presenting what I think is a good idea is have the other team members make sure that you jot down what were the critiques. So if you decide to make those critiques, which I think is a good idea, put the corrections that you made since the feedback from the professor. Here you'll put in the final group Zoom link recording. You'll also do Zoom. So this is the final group YouTube live stream link. Everybody knows this, right? And the AI companion summary of your meeting. Put that up in front, and your final group presentation PowerPoint is attached within this folder. So if I went within this folder, if in this case, here you have 2 examples and make sure they work. So if I go to, for instance, this one and open in a tab, I want to make sure that it works, and it does. So basically here is one of ready to launch your career, right? And the way that you present your slides is going to count as well. The beauty here is what? You can use AI to improve the look and the feel. And if you want to, you even can put in your first page, you're not going to be counted off what helped you produce your slides if you'd like. Then basically this one was meet the team, our mission, the social media. And in this case, it'd be even good to have this be linkable. In this case, our services, the AI support, the SEO dashboard. In this section, last semester, we had done FastSpots. You'll have it done in your VAPI, how everyone contributed. And let me just go back to the other one of Issa's, open a new tab. Let's see what that looked like. See that it says access denied, Issa?
Let me go see.
Yeah, and that's what you want to make sure. Issa and I rehearsed it, right? Issa, it's as if in this case, Issa, you want to see what not to do. So in any place you can see it. So you
Okay,
don't want
try
to be
again.
in a you don't want to be in a situation, right, where you go in and you say, oops, right? And you say, hey, we can't, and can you imagine getting a 0 because somebody couldn't see your slides? So you want to make it sure that it's going to be open for everyone. When I look at it, let me just see the presentation. Okay, so basically I like this, where this should be, if I'm viewing it, that this should be clickable. So you should be able to have a clickable link that you and anyone else going through your slides can actually view your website. And that's the beauty. Make it as if they can. Now, when you do your recording, you will be doing it. So here she did meet the team, what it is, the dashboard, talk with AI VAPI. She included FastSpot. You don't have to include FastSpot. She didn't do, and how did each member contribute? And through this 7-minute, you'll be actually presenting. What I like is you'll be actually presenting your website. So let me first open it up to my TAs. Anything else that I missed that you want to emphasize? Issa, I'll start with you.
No, I think you got it for the presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sophia, I see that you have your hand raised. What's up, Sophia?
Yes. So I went into like the example website for intelligent AI agents, and it's regarding VAPI. In the website that's linked, they have both the chat and the talk, but in the last assignment,
I want you to have voice, because I think that's what's so unique than a regular chatbot. if you do Wix, you do GoDaddy, you do any of the website, they all have built in just a chat bot. What's unique here and what's wonderful, what's going to be for you to share is the voice conversation. So I'm asking you to do the voice conversation. In your instructions, we have it that you can do both. You can put them in two different places. But I'm requiring everybody to do voice. Do you have
So it's
voice,
like,
Sophia?
I do. But since we first added the chat, I deleted it after you asked us to change it to voice. But since they had both, I wasn't sure if like we were supposed to have
If you
two
want to
or
do
just
the
one.
chat, but make sure if you want to include the chat, Sophia, along with the voice, make sure you say chat with our AI agent, and the other one is talk to our AI agent, because everybody's used to just typing, for the
And
message.
also, if you do that, you have to select in the VAPI like settings when you're creating it, you have to select bottom left for the chat. That's the only difference, really.
Yeah, where
You'll
you're going to
see it
place
if you're doing it. Yeah.
you have to place
Otherwise, they would be on top of each other, and that would
right,
look awful.
right. But what I would be doing in this case is you will get full credit if you have the voice. So you're not going to get any credit missing with it. It's just in that way we wanted to see if we could do both. And in this case, we have it, Isa and Daniel on their site did both, just to show that it is available, that VAPI allows you to do chat as well. But I think the unique part is attaching that LLM to a provisioned telephone number. And make sure that everybody understands, Sophia, that a regular telephone number that you would get from T-Mobile or AT&T cannot do that. Won't be able to attach an LLM. You have to go to a provider like VAPI to provision, has a separate phone number for it. So that's the part that's unique for us, that you need to be able to let your end users or your potential clients know that they can get an additional phone number that will be voice enabled, generated by an LLM and AI generated, and also have their own information. And since it's an LLM, you can ask it questions that a typical large language model would have. So for instance, if you were mental health and you say, oh, give me breathing exercises, even though you didn't ask it to give you beforehand, train it in your system prompts, breathing exercises, it would be able to give it to you, most likely. You understand? So people could ask just general questions like, oh, I'm anxious. Can you give me some tips on exercises to do? It would give it just as if you talk to ChatGPT or Gemini. So those generic LLMs, you're choosing a generic LLM, plus you're adding your additional first prompt and your additional qualifications to train it. And that's the beauty. But excellent question. Anything else that we need to go? So Sophia, what is your group number?
We are group number 2.
Your group number 2. And are you complete?
Yes, I think so.
Okay,
We
do you want to
like
show
everything.
you? Would you like to show yours as just an example? And we can give a little bit of feedback.
Sure. Give me a second. I have to open Wix first.
Yeah. Okay. But one of the things is, or you just can go to the URL. You don't need to open up Wix, right? You could go to just your URL. It should be published, right? Your Wix should be published. So maybe that'll be a good example. We can take yours or anyone else that wants to volunteer to see it. The other thing that I want you to be able to do that wasn't written in the documentation is when we developed Wix, we could have done it 2 ways, right? You could have gotten their template, or you could even done AI generated, right? There's a number of software now that will generate websites for you. What I want to make sure that you do before you start presenting is all the mission statements, all the type of text that was generated by AI, I would suggest that you put it back into your generative AI bot. So it's either Notebook LM or ChatGPT or Gemini. I don't care which one you use, and give it more background. Say, for instance, you are an AI consulting company for wealth managers or for student interns, whatever. Give it the background and say, I want something succinct in the beginning to give it a mission statement, or you can even copy what AI has produced and say, make it more succinct, make it more punchy, make it more readable, make it clearer, and do it 2 or 3 times to get it done, that when people look at your website, they can say, hey, who's this for? What's the problem you're going to address for me? And how are you going to give me a solution? Or what types of solutions are you giving me? Because if you read, anytime you can read it yourself, right? One of the beauties here is we almost know instinctively what's written by AI. Jack, do you ever feel that when you read something, you can say, hey, AI generated that? Can you distinguish between that? And if you look at your website, you can distinguish because it is grammatically correct. When I read your open-ended questions, I did not penalize for spelling mistakes or for grammar. I knew that it was you, right? That wrote it. That later on you could take it into ChatGPT and get it more refined. But what I want you to do is the opposite. Taken from the AI, now bring it back. And that's a specialty now that people are requiring, right? Is give me context. Give it a way in which you're giving it guardrails and context to make it more succinct, and have a conversation with it. This should be for every group. I don't want to see any group on December 1st where everybody reads it and says, hey, as I take it from Daniel, and it's a common word now, of AI slop, right? That you want to say, hey, this is generated with a human in mind, because we are human beings that are going to help you solve your problems with the tools of AI and help you whenever you are. Is that clear, Jack? Does that make sense? And then I want your project not only to satisfy that I say, Jack, that's an A project, but I want it to be the best that you can take this with you. After the class, somebody said, oh, what do you know about AI? Let me show you. Do you guys know what an AI caller is? And I bet you 9 out of 10 times they have no clue. When they see a telephone number, they say, oh, big deal. I can go to AT&T and get a telephone number. But what, Jack? You want to tell them that it's going to be different, your telephone number. And that's it. Okay, Sophia. So what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I have the
Okay.
website pulled up if you want
Okay, so
to
share
it.
your screen. We'll use you, Sophia. We're not going to grade you now, right? But we're just using you as an example, right? We appreciate your taking time to participate. And I'm giving people the idea that when we see it, that you can do it. Okay. So why is it blocking on mine? I don't know why, unless it's full screen.
Yeah, I also see a partial part of the screen.
I only see partial.
There we go.
Oh,
Let me try again.
Yeah, try it
Did
again.
it work?
Go again, share it
Towards
again.
the end, it looked like it was getting better.
They're getting better towards the end. So this is why you want to rehearse, right, Sophia? You don't want to come in, okay, this is better. Okay, reflective. So I see here, I see already everybody, when I'm speaking, you should be doing this and practicing on your own. You could be me as doing it, and you can do it. First of all, I want to see the URL, Reflect AI Info. Good. And then right, she has the logo here of Reflect AI, guiding you towards better mental health. This green part to the right, maybe put in something there of a moniker or something like that, a saying, a motto or something that in that free one. And then here, that reflect over right there in the beginning, the green, where you have the Notebook LM. I would put something there what is that? If you were not knowing what that was, you see there where point to the reflect
Yeah.
AI, right there. Do
It's
you know
right
what
here.
that is?
That's
Could
the
somebody know? Hmm?
that's the podcast. So it's supposed
I
to like
know it's
guide.
a podcast, but I would put a few words maybe above it or to the side saying, listen to our podcast of our services or our company. And
Then
somebody,
we have our mission here.
pardon? And
We
then
have
our
our
mission,
mission.
right, our
Yeah.
mission at, go back up again. Let me just see the mission here. At AI, our mission is to bridge the gap between human, blah, blah, blah. We believe technology, blah, blah, blah. I would even put that, our mission, maybe even make that more succinct. You know, take that paragraph, put it into your generative AI and come back in. But it's nice. You have the home, videos, welcome, and service. Okay, go down. Our services, individual session, adapts what in this one, adapts to each individual to feel like a real one-on session, not a generic most. So this individual session, is it with a bot or is it with a therapist and a bot?
It's with a bot.
So I
It's
would
not
make
with
that,
therapists.
okay. So I would make that stand out. Individual
Okay.
session with our AI mental health AI assist, something like that. Couple session, is that with a bot?
All of our services are with
Okay, so
with
I would
bots.
make sure that make that in bold and then an individual session that I know that I don't have to read all of that. You're saying that, and child-based. And maybe on the child-based, what I would do with parent, or maybe I would do AI. I don't want child-based with an AI. Either I would take it out. Maybe I would even take it out. Because then you get into complications. You understand that, Sophia?
Yeah.
You know, my child committed suicide, my child, you know, I don't feel, a lot of people don't feel comfortable putting, even having their child use AI, let alone sit in a therapy session. And usually in a child-based session, I want them to be with a reputable therapist. So I would go ahead.
One of the platforms that we offer is called EarKick, and it has it creates like videos and like breathing exercises, and there's some like visuals that it can create. So maybe do you
And
think it
yeah,
would
put
be
that in, but I
okay?
would take, everybody see that? Everybody agree with me? You see that, Isa and Daniel? I don't want to have child-based sessions. You know what I mean? You don't want to get into a situation that people are already turned off, you know? And it may be later on you can say, this is just my idea, is you can say, we're exploring to use it, our companions with a live therapist. Could be a possibility. So I would take that. Our team, right? This is your team. First of all, you want to take that out, right? Look at that, what it says. Our team. This is your team section. It's
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Sorry.
yeah. So we caught her off guard, right? Sophia, but anything like that is really, of course, negative points, but you want to take that out, of course, and you have our team. So go down with your team, and then and then I would say in this case, go back up in your team here. I would say what you do for the company.
Okay. So a short description of each person's role.
Yeah, right. What you do for the company, what you're doing, and then you can talk about your background and so forth. But this just as CEO, if you looked at any other website, who are these people? You know, and you don't want to say start off with I'm a sophomore at, you know, all that sophomore business, or I'm a freshman, or I'm a sophomore and junior. Who cares? But you could say, if you wanted to, with our team, have, you know, has studied. You can mention the university, but that's in passing. You know, like that's the last sentence that you want to do. Okay. Mental health, right? Yes, subscribe to the newsletter. Is this your phone number for your VAPI?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
that's their phone number for
All
that.
right. Could somebody tell that?
They'll
be
that
talking
it's
to
an
an
AI.
agent? Right, so you want to, number one, everybody see this? It's beauty that we're rehearsing this, Sophia. So whatever I'm telling you, we won't be seeing on December 1st. You got that, Stephen? We won't be seeing it on December 1st. You have the phone number. It's basically, nobody knows what VAPI is, and nobody cares what VAPI is, right? VAPI is just a platform that you can get those provision numbers and put in the LLMs, and then you could even have forwarding numbers. You could have a number of multi-agents, but that's a platform. So you want to talk to our agent about our services or something like that, or even talk to the name. I would put that higher up. And where's the value? And then talk with our agent. You see here, talk with the agent, and then this is the phone number. Call us on your phone, right? Of this number, and then talk with their agent. I would have this phone number even up above as a place in which you can do that. And what you could possibly do then, you could even have then an agent be talking, right? Later on, you can talk to our AI therapist later on.
The videos that we made to
Okay.
describe, they're up here, but my internet isn't really good, so it's not loading. I try to click
Okay.
it before I share my screen, but just to let you know, we have a
Okay, so-
page for it.
Okay, so your videos, if you're having your videos should be then what? Describe
We
what,
have a description of the video along with who's responsible for each video. So I think we
yeah,
have
right, so we have,
agents,
Mhm.
whatever the name of the person was.
okay,
And then we
What-
have it's working it's like a picture of the video, and then if you click on it, it will take you directly to YouTube to watch it.
Mhm.
Or actually, I think we made it so that you could play it on the
Okay.
website without having to go to YouTube.
Okay, so you decide, but you, whatever it is, it has to work and has to be descriptive enough. I, as a user, do not want to click, right? I'm hesitant to click anything, right? Everybody's afraid of what? Downloading spam, right? Downloading, corrupting my machine. I'm going to have ransomware in a minute. Who knows? Now, especially with AI can do that well for us too. Create for me some spam, some links, some faulty links. So you definitely want to give that trust. Everybody needs to then describe what the video is about and why I use it. Why do I need it? Why do I want to know about it?
I think at the title of the videos we say a walkthrough guide of X platform. So
Okay.
we have, for
Yeah, but
example, Notebook
I would
LM
put a walkthrough for X platform for what purpose? It has to relate to something,
well,
just to say Chat GPT, it has to relate.
no, yes, we have a walkthrough through ChatGPT, for example.
Yeah, but
That's
what is it
how it
about
starts.
ChatGPT? But what does that have to do with mental health?
Would you like us to add a short description? I
Yeah.
think we have that, a short
Okay,
description of
but
the purpose.
okay, but I'm telling you, Sophia, I'm telling the rest of the class. I'm using you as an example that you have enough self-confidence and you want to do well in the class that you want that feedback. But I'm
Yes.
using you as an example to be able to do that. That when somebody looks at it, they say, oh, wow, that's a service. And you could even use that. What other group wants me to use as an example? Let's use one more group. Any volunteers? Wanting to look at it that's finished? Daniel, what did you recommend? And Isa?
Did we do group 3 yet?
3. Okay, who's in group 3? Can you read for me who's in group 3? And we'll
I
see.
can find it, yeah.
Thank you so much. Everybody got the idea?
Group
Did you want to
3
do it?
was Hayden, Claire, Ishan, and Layla.
Okay. Is anyone from group 3 here?
I see Hayden.
Layla.
I was just chatting with Layla, yeah.
Okay, is Layla here? Does Layla want to present?
If not 4 as well.
Guess not.
What?
I said if not 4 as well.
And who's in 4?
Hayden,
Maybe-
Vincent,
yeah.
Filippo, Kylie.
And are they here? So
Yeah, I'm
Peyton,
here.
you want to share, Peyton?
Our website?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can.
Good.
Like, do you want me to share my screen?
Sure.
Okay.
We're
Yeah, this is for your
rehearsing just
benefit
like
again.
Peyton. This is what you're going to be doing. And let me just tell you, on December 1st, every group has to be ready. So it's not, let me find my website, let me see if it's working. When you're online, you have to know, Peyton, you'll know who's going to be doing the presenting. They'll be ready with their slides. Right now, I'm just going to show, I want you to show me your PowerPoint, but your website. But later you'll be ready with your PowerPoint. You'll be ready to show your website as well. So we're kind of doing a little halfway practice to give you feedback,
Okay.
what we'll be looking at.
Yeah. Can you see it?
I see myself.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, okay. So Serenity
Okay.
Mind AI, I see already what? Peyton, I see your
Uh,
URL. I see Serenity. I see here a little logo. Our mission is to make emotional support, mental wellness accessible to everybody by blending compassionate artificial intelligence, evidence therapeutic. So what does evidence-based therapeutic practices mean to you? Do you have a clue?
it's kind of just like, I mean, just like the practices that will
So
help
does that
people.
mean
I'm not.
humans? Does that mean therapists? I know what evidence-based means. Evidence-based means that there's been research studies that they say this is effective. Just like I have evidence that I'm just not holding crystals and I think I'm going to feel better. They've been doing
Yeah.
medical testing to say that holding crystals will make me feel more relaxed. That's evidence-based therapeutic practices. But are you using that in your consulting practice? And who is this
Um.
for? And who are you? And this is the question that I'll be asking. This is for everybody of welcome, right? I don't know if I like welcome or not, but you can state it. But I know that it's short, which is good. Our mission is to make emotional support mental accessible to everyone, blending compassionate artificial intelligence with evidence-based therapeutic practices. Are you doing that? If you're not, talk it over with, I'm not going to put you on the spot, Peyton, but in this spot right now, you want to talk it over. And if that's what you want to show that as your practices, you want to place that on your website and talk about it. If you're not going to do evidence-based therapeutic practices, you want to take that out. Or you want to
Okay.
take it and give it back again. Do you understand that, Peyton, what I just said?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you say it in your own words so everybody understands that I have that? What does that mean? Let me shut my door.
What you just talked about, or
Yeah,
what?
that you want to show it. Everybody see this? When you read your mission, are you really doing it or is it something that AI just brought up? And if it's not what you intended it to be, take it out and rephrase it.
Okay.
Okay, good. And Peyton, do you have somebody else in your group online today besides yourself?
I'm not. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm here.
Filippo's here, yeah.
Filippo's here. So Filippo, we're practicing Filippo. If Peyton were the one, you decide. If Peyton were the one presenting, Filippo, you and your other team members should be jotting this down. What I say is improvements. Do you understand that, Peyton? That you don't need to be, you're enough having to be on the spot and presenting, right, Peyton? You don't want to
Yeah.
be writing it down and you say, oh, what did Dr. Rush had some great ideas, but guess what? We all forgot it. Of course, you could go review it in the recording, but it's better that you have Filippo and you have a couple of your people there jotting down notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. Serenity Mind. So I would do this. Do we want it for everyone? I'm not sure. Maybe we want to concentrate on college students. something that you know. To me, everyone is a little bit too broad. Does that mean children? You remember that same thing when Sophia said, I'm a little bit concerned about myself. If I would be concerned to put 7-year-olds, let them go all out, even putting them in front of screens, giving them even a phone, right? Let alone going to town with a chatbot. Right, Sophia? It's concerning for some kids. So you want to be able to do that. Show me some more. Okay, we aim to make mental health support. Let's stop here. You want to read this. I'm not going to read it all there, but you want to read all of this. Everybody that this is done, if this was done with AI, you want to read this and make it succinct and make sure that it's done. Contact our AI agent. So you want to be able to call that number, right? And then listen to our notebook LM podcast about what? So you want to put, everybody see that where it says it's great. Listen to everybody should be taking notes anyways, right? Stephen, it'll be for yours as well, right? Listen to our Notebook LM podcast about what? Is it about therapy? Is it about our services? Is it about how to whatever gain it? And then it's Notebook LM. That's fine. You have a little picture there and then you can do it. And I see that it's 3 minutes and 57 seconds, which is good. I'm not going to run it through now. You want to make sure it works. You want to make sure, Peyton, that you and other people in your team actually dial and see if it works, that number. Contact our AI agent about what? Our services. What do I want to contact them about? Everything that you're telling me, listen, contact, give me a reason to do that. That maybe I want to use your product. I want to use it. Serenity Mind here. I have their place, privacy, reach out for what purposes? Reach out to make an appointment, reach out to do what? What am I reaching out for? And then go down. Peyton. People have to, yes, subscribe to my newsletter. If I subscribe to my newsletter, I'm going to get things. And then I'm not going to do that now, but you want to, are you doing all of those webs, all of that social media or just some of them, Peyton?
We have all of them.
Okay, so so you have X, you have Facebook, you have LinkedIn. Okay. So you want to make sure you click it and see that it's full, that it is meaningful for it. And what about chat with our agent? Do we have that? Other than calling.
Other than calling?
Here I have to physically call, right? It's not chat with my agent when I create it.
Oh, yeah, we did. Wait, you just
Where
can't
is
see
that?
it's down here. It's right here. It was covered. It's
Where?
in the bottom.
You see it?
It's in the bottom right
I
corner.
see my face.
It follows with the screen. So I'm not sure if you can see it now. It's down here in the corner. It says talk with AI.
Okay, I don't see it. So maybe move
I
it.
see it.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you want to make sure that it works. You understand? And maybe contact our agent, maybe put it even, I would say, talk with my agent here, contact our agent, right? Call, isn't it? Call our AI agent, right? Instead of contact, with our number. And then tell me, why would I want to call? And then you have your videos?
Yes, we do.
Where are they?
There. Sorry.
About book, let me see. Richard didn't load. Okay, so you have to kind of figure out what it is. Sometimes the internet, there's so many different things, a lot of times, don't feel bad, resources
Okay.
of video on it available. You see that? And here, Abby. So the same thing here, a summary. You have to make sure that they're working right. Download Sonia AI tutorial. What is that? Abby AI therapy. I would do a tutorial. What is unique about Abby AI therapy and what's the one above it? Sonia. What are the differences here?
Okay.
Why should I even view this? Who's Sonia? I don't need to talk to Sonia. Sonia is a chatbot for what? Do
Okay.
you know anything? And still what I don't find here, Peyton, Serenity Mind, or what are you going to do for me?
Okay.
Did you understand my question? What
Yeah.
services are you going to provide? Is this for the therapist to help the therapist? Is this for college students to help them what? When you're having problems studying or something like that? What service, who's going to use your services? Who are you going to teach? Are you going to teach me how to use these? Are you going to do a weekly review of AI bots?
Okay.
Talk to Ash. It's gotten a lot of money lately. That Ash is really great. It's gotten money there to do this. They're working with therapists, and they have on their board, they have psychiatrists, therapists. So what are you a review site to give me more guidance on which bots I should use? Are
Okay.
you there to help me use it? Am I going to be talking to anybody, a human? You guys got to figure out. You got Serenity Mind AI. It's a nice version. Now, what are you going to give? What services are you going to give? And that's not clear to me. Peyton.
Okay. Yeah, we'll change it.
Okay. Not only change, but make it that I know what services. You've done all this. You've checked all our boxes. And now everybody has to figure out, what am I giving? What services am I giving? Even if I'm giving it for free, and I want people to do it, am I doing reviews of the AI bots, which could be fine. We're going to be reviewing on them. Am I going to invite these owners of these, like Talk to Ash, to give us advice, and we're going to bring them on Zoom webinars that we can teach people? Is it for therapists to create their own? What are you going to be doing as a group? Did that help?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I want everybody to step back and say, okay, now we've gotten all those check marks. Now our chatbot works. We don't have something like video unavailable. But what we want to do is figure out, what are we doing? What are we presenting? Who's our audience? And I wouldn't be so generic. This is for everyone. Thank you, Peyton, for being on the spot, right? It was hard, but it's useful. So next time when you or anyone else in your group presents, Peyton, what I'll be focusing in on, Peyton, is show me what you've improved already.
Okay.
Do you understand? A lot of things were great, right? We've changed this. We put this up here. I know that it works. Now what we need to do is, we have concentrated of what services are we giving, to whom are we giving it to, and what problem we're solving. That there's so many, it could be asking the question, Peyton, there's so many chatbots out there for therapeutic help. We're here to help you, guide you on which ones are good for college students and for what type of problems. Test anxiety, I'm lonely, whatever, breakups, you know what I mean? Are you miserable because you just broke up with your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever? We're here to help you, or getting out to humans. I don't care. But everybody clear on that. And then you can take it out and say, hey, maybe therapists can use this as well. Or maybe this is an additional to a therapist. Anything else, Isa and Daniel?
I mean, there's definitely substantial work that everyone has to do to get there, but they're looking pretty good, I
No,
have
I
to
do.
say. I mean,
I definitely,
yeah.
from where we came before, get me in perspective, Peyton. If you think about it, you got already a voice bot, right? You have already things done. Everybody needs to refine it, that it can be excellent, and say, hey, look. And then, of course, with your team, you want to just, besides saying I'm CEO, you want to have a description, an upbeat description of who you are and what you're going to be doing. And that's what I want.
Professor, do you want to announce like for Monday kind of what we're
Yes.
planning to do?
Okay, so Monday, what Monday's going to be is something like this. I'll be available. I'm going to be online. Daniel's going to be online. Issa's going to be online. And what we'll do is we'll look at everybody's website, those that want, and give you feedback. We've done our PowerPoints. This is where we're raring to go. Help us be what, Zach? The very best that we can. Because sometimes you don't see it. But other times you see, Zach, what I did, you guys can do it on your own, a lot of it. But say, hey, you know, I really want it to be the best. So on December 1st, I want Dr. Rush to say, you know, go for it. Just upload and do your recording. That's what I like. I bet, Zach, you have other exams and projects to do in this class. I'm not the only one, right? You have others, right? So that's what I'm going to do on Monday. What do you think about that, Zach?
Sounds great.
Okay. Anything else? Daniel, or you said anything else, Daniel? Then I need to.
No, I think we covered it all.
I think we've covered it all as well. And what we're looking for is the best that you can produce. You're right. And everybody go back and say, what are we almost saying? What are we providing? What services? And I think we got it. And hopefully on December 1st, you'll be presenting that. And I'll be saying to everybody, oh, that looks great. Move on, Peyton. Let's go. Okay. So we want to do attendance. We can, I guess,
Yep,
put it,
I can
we
do
don't
that.
even have to share the screen. I guess we can put it the code, or if you want to.
Yeah, really quick.
Real quick, we can do the code, the attendance. 1523, we'll put it in the chat. And stay with me if you have questions, comments, you want anything from me, I'm here for you. Thank you for being with me. And I'm gonna